so much. That's a lie. I don't say it everywhere. Actually, I do. But, no, I don't, truthfully. There are a lot of places I really enjoy, but the guys that put on this show and the fans up here, I just adore you guys. And Sac Anime is one of my favorite events to go to. So you better be there, dadgummit. You better be there. I'm going to be there. When am I going to be there? In September. So let's make a plan, right? Did you swear? Let's make a pact right now. I'm going to see you there, right? Why is your pinky not up? Okay, it is. Yeah. Let's take as much time as we can to just chat a little bit. First and foremost, let me tell you guys a couple of quick things. Let's see. Somebody's probably going to ask me what I'm working on right now. So let me answer that question and say that I'm very, very proud, very excited, jazzed even, to be playing the shark character in Free. And you know what? Can you help me with something? Can we talk seriously for a minute? Yeah. I'm actually going to be serious, yes. You know, with all of the tens of thousands of wonderful anime fans there are out there, as you would imagine, there are also a very small handful of haters. It's really sad. It really is. It's pathetic, actually, is a good word. And it's, you know what's funny to me, and I was thinking about this the other day. I get so many emails from fans that talk about being bullied. Anime fans, right? And I'm sure a lot of you guys are even familiar with this. Being bullied and being made fun of, or being ostracized, or, you know, or whatever, at your school, or maybe around your neighborhood, or who knows where. But I find it very sad that of all of the industries, of all of the fandoms out there, that you would ever find bullies and haters in the anime industry. Because you would think if anybody gets what it's like to be bullied, right? It's anime fans. And yet, we have them in our industry, you guys, in our family. In our anime family, we have people who, all I can think is, they don't like themselves very much. And so they feel like the only thing they can do to try to make themselves seem more important is to make you seem less important, or to put you down. And it's very sad. It's very, very unfortunate. So I want to ask you guys to do something for me and with me together. I want you guys to just kind of make a pact with yourself that you're going to be a voice for good, a voice for love, a voice for encouragement and support.
We love you, Vic.
I want that for everybody. You know what, guys? The people that are haters, they're so much in the minority. Do you know that? There are like probably 1,000 kids that are great, enthusiastic, supportive people for every one person that is mean-spirited or a hater. And yet they get all this attention. Why? Because it just makes so much noise, you know? So I want us to kind of, together, just decide that when you're out on the internet, on forums, or posting someplace, or in blogs, or Facebook, or Twitter, or wherever you see it, try to be a voice for good. Will you do that? Try to be a voice for positivity, because we need that. And people deserve to be treated that way. I want that for you guys, and I would appreciate it if you would help me in that regard as well. Having said that, I'm very, very honored to be a part of Free. I kind of feel like Free is like Oran High School in a swimming pool. Are you getting that? It's like Oran High School, you know? And which is fine with me. Mikey, because I'm excited. I'm excited about it. You know, can I tell you a shark story? Hey, want to hear a shark story? When I was in high school, my mom moved to Ocean City, Maryland. We're talking about a vacation town on the beach. And I would go out and go fishing and stuff off the bridge. And one night, I caught a baby shark. Oh. I'm not kidding. He was like this big. He's a little baby. And like, he didn't even have any teeth. He was such a baby. So you could like stick your finger in his mouth and he'd go, oh, wow, wow, wow. But he couldn't hurt me. And I loved him so much. And I named him Sherman. I like alliteration. Sherman the shark, get it? And he was shy. No, he wasn't. It was just Sherman the shy shark from Chicago. And so I literally got a tub and I filled it with water. And I kept him as my pet for a couple of days. And then he started getting, like, you know, he started dying because he couldn't go anywhere. And so everybody said, like, Vic, you really need to take him back. And, you know, my mom was like, please, take him back. So I was very sad. My cousin Robin and I picked up, each of us picked up one side of the tub, and we walked the tub of water out to the ocean, out to the beach, and I picked him up, and I took him to the edge of the surf, and I dropped him in the surf. Bye, Sherman. Bye. And he would try to swim away, and the waves would push him back in because he was too weak to swim away. And so I picked him back up, and I walked him all the way out until I was like just this high in the water, and I put him underneath the water and let him swim away. The moral of the story is, sharks are not good pets. But I love him, and I've always loved sharks. Since I was in high school, I used to write like school term papers on sharks. I loved sharks. After Jaws came out, I was obsessed with sharks. So I think it's really neat that I get to play Reen, who is Shark Boy. And so anyway, so there's Free, and then there's Digimon. Anybody watching Digimon? It's Fusion, isn't it? Digimon Fusion? Yeah, Christopher is really cool, and I have to tell you a funny Digimon story. So, we were recording Digimon last week, right? You with me so far? Recording Digimon. We're recording Digimon, and Christopher says something like, Mikey, we have to get out. So, you know, it's supposed to be, Mikey, we have to get out, right? So they got ready to record. I don't know if you know this, but like you hear 3 beeps. Boop, boop, boop. And where the 4th beep is where you're supposed to start your line to help sync it. So I don't know what was getting into me this day, but boop, boop, boop. And I went, Mikey, we got to get out! Get out, Mikey! And the engineer who was recording is like, that's my new ringtone, right there. I wanted him to send me a video of cute little Christopher going, Mikey, you got to go out! So I'm working on that. I'm working on a few new things too, that I'm not even allowed to say yet, but they're established shows that I'm a big fan of. Yeah, oh yeah. I know it. And so I'm excited about that. I'm also very excited about my childhood passion, my childhood dream has finally come true because I'm getting to play Captain Kirk in Star Trek. Continues. Have you seen any of it? You haven't? Okay, how many of you have not seen Star Trek Continues? Please go home right now and look it up. You guys, when I was 12, 13 years old, it was all Star Trek, all the time. I loved that show so much. I would come home from school and I would put a cassette player in front of the television and record the episodes on a cassette. And then I would put the cassette player, I kid you not, under my pillow. And I I would listen to the episodes at night as I went to sleep and just digest every line. And so now fast forward many decades, and I've put together a group of people, and we've rebuilt all of the original soundstage. Like the entire soundstage from the original series, we've rebuilt at an 18,000 square foot facility in Georgia, where you can literally like walk through the Enterprise. And put together a bunch of friends of mine to play the other characters. We have 3 episodes online. We have over 2 million views already. It looks, feels, sounds more like the original series than anything that's been done since the original show ended. So please check it out. Will you check it out for me? Woo! And like us on Facebook. Push the little like button and like us on Facebook. Official Star Trek Continues. Tell your friends about it. Tell your family. Because if you're not a Star Trek fan, I'll bet you someone in your family is. Your dad is probably a big nerd from when he was young. Or your mom or your uncle or somebody at your school. Tell them about Star Trek Continues. We've got, are you, see, yeah, she's just like this, like she knows, yeah. We're having the time of our lives. And we've got 2 new episodes shot, 4 and 5 are shot, and be looking for that. It's free to watch, by the way. Did I mention that? Free is a good word, right? We've already established free is a good word.
Do a memorial to Spock.
Yeah, very sad news. Yeah, everybody knows about that. Leonard Nimoy, who played Mr. Spock, passed away this past week. I put a video up on my Facebook page 2 years ago at Phoenix Comic-Con in a room like this of about 4,000 people. I got to go up on stage and introduce Leonard Nimoy. And of course, the 12-year-old in me couldn't resist cosplaying. So I was wearing a uniform, and I went up and somebody shot video of it, and I introduced him, and he came out, and I shook his hand, and you know, and then gave him the pulpit, and he was a wonderful man, a wonderful man. I mean, how iconic, you know? I couldn't even imagine. When I heard about it, I thought, wow, you know, just can't even imagine that he's not here anymore. Somebody posted a beautiful picture on Facebook. It was a snapshot from the original series. It was from an episode. And it was Spock and Scotty and McCoy, and they were pouring drinks. And it said, meanwhile, in heaven. I was like, oh my God. Because all 3 of those men had passed on. But to put a nice little bright spot on it, the man who played Scotty in the original series, James Doohan was his name. His son Chris plays Scotty in Star Trek Continues in my series. How cool is that, right? And our favorite little Asian voice actor, Todd Havercorn, plays Mr. Spock. Isn't that funny? Yeah, he's great. He's a great little brother. He's the little brother I just... I always tease him. I love him to death, but he and I have that kind of an older brother, younger brother relationship, which is not a bad thing. What else? If you're on Twitter, I would love for you to follow me on Twitter. It's at Vic Mignogna, so if you can figure out how to spell the last name, it's easy. And let's see. Yeah, just working on a lot of other things right now, and excited to be here. Pardon me? Oh my gosh, thank you. If you're not a member of the greatest fan group on the planet, please consider yourself personally invited to join the Risen Blue Rangers. We have, what, like 25,000 members worldwide? And these are all people that love the things you love. So if you'd like to have a family of 25,000 people that don't tease you about liking anime, but they actually like it with you, please consider yourselves personally invited to join. It's free to join, and we've had people that have met and become best friends in the Rangers. We've had people that have met and literally like gotten married to people they've met in the Rangers. It's a great group of people. So let's spend as much time as possible talking with you guys about anything you want to talk about. I am an open book, as it were. So let's start with our little Titan girl here. Can I please do some of Ed's short rants? I have a question. Can you do Ed's short rants? Come up here. Come here. Come here. Woo! This is happening. Come here. What's your name?
Kelsey.
Hi. Say hi to Kelsey. Kelsey, can I ask you a question? Is it okay that I have my arm on your shoulder?
Yes.
Because I've been told that that's pervy. That I'm a pervert. Do I look like a pervert? Yeah, okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to do some short rants together.
Oh my God.
Me and Kelsey are going to hit that hard. All right? All right.
Give me some.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to do one, and then you have to follow me, okay? You ready?
All right.
We'll start simple. Hey, you're calling a pipsqueak! And now, ladies and gentlemen, Kelsey.
Don't call me small! I'll break off your feet and stick them on your head!
Yeah! Woo! Damn you for picking my favorite one. Yes, in the back. I love you for even saying that. Remind me to tell you a story about Orochimaru from Naruto. Go ahead.
Oh my God, he is
When you got cast as that role, how did you figure out, oh boy, how am I gonna parody Steve Blue but be faithful to him?
Well, that's easy. I killed him. You haven't seen him lately, have you? That's why. No, actually, to be honest, I'm so glad you asked, because I've been meaning to share this story, and I haven't had the chance to. But here's the story. Years ago, when they were casting Orochimaru for a Naruto, I auditioned for it, and so did Steve. And they called me and they said, "We really like what you did, but they've decided to go with Steve Blum." And I'm like, well, of course. I mean, Steve Blum is, of course, Steve Blum. And I love Steve. He and I are very good friends. So I was sad that I didn't get to play the role. But obviously, I was glad that he did, because he's amazing. Fast forward however many years, what's it been? 6 years? And I got a call about 3 months ago from somebody who said, from somebody from the studio, and they said, "Hey, listen, you auditioned for Orochimaru, didn't you?" And I said, "Yeah." And they said, "Steve isn't going to be able to do this new show, and Orochimaru is in it, and he's not going to be able to do it. So we'd like to send you a clip of Steve doing Orochimaru, and we want you to see if you can basically, you know, come close to voice matching him." So they sent it to me, and, you know, I did my best to do that. Oh, you know, whatever. And the Leaf Village, yes. And so they cast me. So the fun thing for me is that 6 years later, I'm actually getting to play Orochimaru and having a great time. I have to tell you something funny about Rock Lee, though. Has anyone seen it yet? Rock? Okay, listen, you guys. You've seen it, right? Rock Lee and his friends.
Ninja Pals.
Oh my God, you guys, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's, what? Yeah, it's all of the characters, only they're chibis. And it's pure hijinks, like it's crazy hijinks. And the funny thing that I found about it was that, you know, in the actual show, Orochimaru is always very quiet. But in this show, he's screaming and yelling all the time. So now, there was a bit of a challenge there. Because you have to sound like Steve, but now you're doing things that Steve never did. See what I'm saying? So you're having to do things that the original character never did. So how is that going to sound? Like, what would he sound like if he freaks out and yells. So it's been a challenge, but oh my gosh, you guys, where do you see it? Is it Netflix or Hulu or something?
Netflix, Crunchyroll.
Okay, you guys check it out though. Will you do that for me?
I will.
Check it out because it's really a lot of fun. You'll enjoy it. Yes. Oh, sorry. My arm is so tired.
How does it feel to be defeated by Goku?
You're delusional. First of all, I don't think Broly is defeatable. Any Dragon Ball Z fans here? Broly is the man, all right? Broly's the king. He's the baddest of the bad. And you know it's true. Girl, you know it's true. All those other guys, Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, pussies. Broly's the man. Yes, my dear. What would happen if Greece confessed his love to Japan? The world would explode.
I'm okay with that.
Besides, everybody knows that Greece does not love anything as much as he loves cats. He loves the cats so very much. That and the Olympics. Where the men run naked. I don't even know what that means. Yes. Yes, my dear. Right here.
What is your favorite story that you've heard?
The favorite story that I've told, whichever one you like. I don't have any real favorites. What? That is not the. Oh my God! I can't believe this. I thought 2015 was going to be different. The donut story. Oh my God. Okay, everybody knows the donuts. Okay, wait a minute. I want you to be honest with me now, all right? Because we're friends. Remember we did the pinky thing? We're tight. So be honest with me. How many of you have never heard the donut story? Liars! OMG, right to my face, you lie? Okay. Here's the donut story for all of you who've never heard it. Have you heard the donut story? Oh. Here's the donut story. We were recording Full Metal Alchemist, and do you remember this? You remember the couple of episodes with the other brothers, Elric? The imposter kids that were pretending to be Ed and Al?
Yeah.
Well, in that episode, Ed gets punched in the face. Like he fights the fake Edward Elric brother, and he gets punched in the face. So the next thing you know, in the next scene, here's Ed, and his cute little face has a little puffy, he's all swollen up from where he got punched. It's so cute. And so as soon as I saw his face, inflammated, I thought, he should sound different. I mean, if your face were all puffy, you know, you'd sound a little different. All swollen up, and so I thought, oh, I'll be right back. And I ran to the vending machine room at Funimation, and I was scanning the vending machines for just the right thing. And I found it. Powdered sugar donuts. The little baby ones. They're the perfect size. You go right in your throat and right in your mouth, right? Perfect, right there in your cheek. And you hold it in your cheek, and you know what I mean? And it sounds kind of thick, and it makes it sound more like you have a swollen face. So I ran back to the studio, and I thought this was the greatest idea I've ever had, right? And I get into the booth, and I'm like, all right, let's go, let's record this. And I put one in my mouth, and I did the first line, you know, the first line that Ed said that way. And I remember one of them, he was leaning up against Al, because Al's armor was cold. That was one line. I think that might even been the first one. And he's like, oh, this feels so good. You know, something like that. And as soon as I recorded the line, there's something that happens in a recording session. Once you record a line of dialogue, you wait while the engineer is moving the line around and making sure that it fits and matches the sink, and the director's deciding if he likes the performance. So while all that is happening, what am I doing in the studio, in the recording booth, with a powdered sugar donut in my cheek? I'm doing this. Well, you know what, guys? I don't know if you know this or not, but those donuts are not meant to stay in your mouth. They're supposed to be chewed and swallowed. So it started kind of just falling apart. It just started like, you know, pancake batter is what I think of. It just kind of started getting kind of just gooey. And I was like, oh no, this was a bad idea. This was really a bad idea. So I spit it out because it was just kind of grossing me out. But what I did not take into account was that there were several lines of dialogue that Ed said with his mouth swollen. So I had to throw a brand new donut in and start all over again and just hope that the 6 donuts in the pack lasted me long enough. But ever since that day, I don't eat powdered sugar donuts anymore. I'm sure you understand why. And that's the donut story. It's just that simple. So now you've heard it, and we won't talk about it again, right? Yes? You know what? You know what? I'm so glad you asked. What's your name? Hi, Jenner? What a great name. Come up here. Okay, guys, we're going to have a serious moment again. Can we have a serious moment? Did you hear her question? Ask him your question.
I know he does it all the time, but I really want to hear the Tamaki coffee line.
The Tamaki coffee line. Did you hear it? Can we talk seriously for a minute? Is it okay if I have my arm on your shoulder? I've been told it's pervy. You know what else I've been told by those hater people we talked about earlier? That I must be some kind of a pedophile because I do the coffee line with people. That it's creepy and it's pervy, and why do I do this with girls? Because they asked me to! Is the answer! What? Say again?
You're beautiful anyway. Who cares?
I love you, man. I'm serious. I'm serious. Do you guys feel what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
I love you guys, and I love doing fun things and giving Jenna and you guys a fun experience. And there are people out there that are so unhappy that they want to, you know what I mean? That they spread horrible rumors and say mean, hateful, hurtful, slanderous lies about people because they're so desperate for attention. And they want to take this kind of a fun thing away from you. Don't let them do that, all right? Do you hear that one?
Where was he when I was in middle school?
So my point is that I enjoy doing things for fans when they ask if I would do them. And that's why I do them. And it's not to be weird, and I hope you guys will help me curtail that kind of garbage talk when people say it. So, do you know your lines? Jenner, do you know your lines? One second, we need to check. We need to rehearse them. Okay, she knows her lines. This is for all you moron haters out there. Ready? Ready?
I don't know if I can drink this. My father might get mad at me.
But what if I let you drink it from my mouth? Yay! Give it up for Jenna! I've been told hugging is pervy too, so I know, right? Breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. Okay, I'm gonna call on the guy who told me that it's beautiful and just keep doing it. What's your question, my brother? Hey, let's be scandalous. Come up here. Get your cameras ready. Get your cameras ready. We're going to address another rumor. Stand forward, face forward. Stand tall, be brave. All right? Be brave, are you okay? Sorry. Stand tall, look forward. No matter what happens, don't move. All right? We're going to address another rumor, you ready? This is for all you mean-spirited haters out there who say that I'm homophobic. What is your question, my friend?
My question is, what do you think?
My question is, would you kiss my cheek? But now I can't think of the question. Just kidding. What's your question?
What do you think Tom Key's proposal would be to Haruhi?
Well, I think Tamaki would be very romantic, don't you? I think if anybody knows how to make the right proposal, I think Tamaki would be the one to know how to do it. And here's how I think it would go. Come here. In case you didn't know, this is Haruhi. My lovely Princess Haruhi. Now you have to take into account, though, that while Tamaki is smooth, he does know how to talk to the ladies. He also gets a little tongue-tied when it comes to Haruhi. Am I right? Like he's always like, "Daddy this," and you know, like he's afraid to acknowledge that he really loves her, right? Pardon me?
Who says you're my father?
Exactly, right? She's channeling Haruhi right now. So here's how it goes. Haruhi, it's taken me a long time to come to say this, but let's make babies. That's Haruhi! That's what Caitlin would do. Thank you. What's your name?
Grace.
This is Grace. Give it up for Grace. I see I've defiled your Usa-chan. Was it really? What's your question?
Well, a long time ago, I met you, maybe a few years ago, and I remember telling you that you were my inspiration to do voice acting. And ever since then, I have been, and I've been in 3 audiobooks. And actually, whenever you talked about bullying earlier, I'm actually being bullied right now. And I'm being ostracized from my friends. So it's basically like you're really getting me through it just by like watching all your stuff. Sorry, I'm trying not to cry. But my old friends that make me mad. But I also have a question for you. I know you don't remember me, which is fine. But